Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we completed with the chapter number 6. So from today we are going to start with the chapter number 7, that is public sector, private sector and the global enterprises. So in this chapter you are going to learn about the public sector, meaning, characteristics of public sector, their meaning and characteristics of private sector, global enterprises, joint venture, public-private partnership and the public utility. So let's start first with the introduction. So after the independence, India has adopted mixed economy, due to which there is coexistence of public and private enterprises. You all are aware about the public and the private companies. So in private sector businesses, the ownership rests on the individual or group of individuals. So you all know that private company or private sector owns is in the hands of the individual or the group of individuals. So the types of business units are like individual ownership, partnership, cooperative society and joint stock company are the private enterprises, can be the private sector. So those units whose ownership, management and the control rest in the hands of the government are known as the public sector units. Whichever units which is controlled or managed by the government are known as the public sector units. The ownership of such units are either partially or fully in the hands of central government or state government. Such units can be either government department or its a part and could be set up through an act of parliament. Through such enterprises, government participates in the economic activities and various objectives have been prescribed in the industrial policy of 1956 for the public sector, and through that was undertaken to speed up the industrialization and the development. The role of public sector was given more importance, and along with that public and private sector were made complementary. So there was a shift in emphasis in the 1991 industrial policy. So government started this investment by selling stocks to private sector as and when required, and accepted to offer greater autonomy to the private sector. So now let's start. So this was just the introduction part. So now let's start with the first point, that is public sector. So what is public sector? What is the meaning of public sector? So any enterprise or any company which is owned, managed and controlled by the government is called public sector enterprise. In anything or any enterprise in which government controls is known as public sector enterprise. Now let's look at the characteristics of public sector. So first one is establishment of basic industries. This means that the basic objective of setting up of public enterprise is to provide the basic infrastructure for a speedy industrialization, for which huge investment is needed. So the basic objective for the public sector enterprise is to speed up the industrialization and to make a huge investment in the industries. That's why public sector is necessary. So for the establishment of the basic infrastructure of industries, public sector is required. So it is very impossible for private enterprises to invest such huge amount. So for any private enterprise, it is not possible for them to invest the huge amount. Only public sector, only the government can invest in any project or any industry in a very huge amount. So basic industries require huge investment in the initial stage, but returns in initial years will be low, and hence private sector is not interested in ownership of heavy industries. So the government invests in such industries and make it possible to achieve faster rate of growth. This was the first characteristic, establishment of basic industries. Then second one is elimination of monopoly. That means when government owns industries, private monopoly vanishes. private sector cannot have control over the public sectors. So to just eliminate the monopoly, or whenever government owns the industry, private monopoly diminishes, like goes away. Vanishes means goes away. Then third one is balanced regional development. That means the private enterprises are not interested in investing in backward areas, and government can play an important role in developing backward areas. So for example, government invested in Rourkela, Bokaro, Bhilai, etc. in iron and steel industries and developed such backward areas. Private enterprises are not at all interested in investing in the backward areas, and government plays a huge role, or very important role, in the development of backward areas. So for the balanced regional development, public sector is required. So this is the third characteristics. Fourth one is objective of social welfare. Generally, the objective of private sector is to maximize the profit, while the public sector aims at achieving social welfare along with the maximizing profit. All the sections of society receive benefits from public sector without any discrimination. By speeding up industrialization, basic industries are set up, and through that the entire society will attain the welfare. So the main object, so along with maximization of profit, the public sector also aims at achieving the social welfare along with the maximizing profit. The next one is low level of profit. So public sector provides services at very low level of profit. In the early years, even if public sector incurred losses, government has accepted. But after 1991, policy change led to an expectation that public sector should also earn normal profit. So public sector also works at a very low level of profit. The next one is maintenance of national interest. Public sector is more suited for the protection of the national interest. For example, the production of defense equipment is done by the government, not by the private sector. Then seventh one is generation of employment opportunities. Developing country like India, which is highly populated, should have priority for employment generation. When investment of public sector increases, related industries also develop, and that leads to employment generation. Then eighth one is increasing economic development of the country. So every country needs economic development. So public sector industries create a base for further industrialization. Public sector helps industries to grow. So this will further increase the economic development. The ninth one is social and economic justice. The management of public sector is in the hands of the government, and hence the implementation of government policies become very essential. Hence, we see a positive trend of providing free and concessional services, job security, improving job conditions, labor laws are fully followed, and priority to women is also given. Priority to women is given, etc. This helps public sector to provide social justice in a better way. And the last characteristic of public sector is ideal wages and facilities for employees. So as the ownership of public sector rests with the government, they pay the decent wages to the workers. We can see better facilities given to employees of public sector as against the private sector employees, and strives to become an ideal employer. So these were the following characteristics of the public sector. So now today we are going to stop here. In the next video we would be continuing with the nature of the public sector, and if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.